3.8 million motorbikes donated to the Gambia Police Force. Parliamentarians to deliberate on draft budget. Tourism Minister urges colleagues to participate in politics if they want to remain in their positions. This and more coming on Gambia24. Welcome back, and you're watching Gambia24 News Bulletin with me, Mariama Cham. Thanks for joining us, and now the news in detail. For the past 12 years, the German Cooperation Support Team has been supporting the Gambia Police Force in different ways. As of Tuesday, 10th November 2020, the German Police Support Team donated 30 motorbikes to the Gambia Police Force to ease mobility for police officers, especially those in the remote areas. Isa Tamba has more.
The 3.8 million worth of donation motorbikes are given to the Gambia Police Force by the German Police Support Team. The partnership is in existence since 2018, and the German has been supporting the development of programs aimed to build and strengthen police structures in selected African countries. The representative of the German Agency of International Cooperation, Anita Martin, said this support will respond to the citizens' need and express appreciation of cooperation from the Gambia Police Force and the Ministry of Interior.
And will enhance accountability and reliability, as well as efficiency and effectiveness in the areas of human resource management, responsiveness to citizens' needs, and accountability. Finally, I would like to express our appreciation to our Gambian partners for the excellent cooperation during the last months, particularly the Gambian Police Force and the Ministry of Interior. And I also would like to wish the project all the best for the ongoing cooperation with positive outcomes, which will not only serve the Gambian Police Force, but will also serve the people of this country and contribute to a promising future.
Mahmoud Job, the Inspector General of the Gambia Police Force, expressed heartfelt appreciation and gratitude to the German Police Support Team for their unflinching support to the Gambia Police Force. According to Job, this gesture did not come as a surprise, as the German team has been helping the Gambia Police Force for years.
You have assisted in many areas, ranging from rehabilitation of the training school facilities, provision of motor vehicles, training of police officers in various fields. Few days ago, we received a consignment of the PPE equipment to help us fight the COVID-19 pandemic. It was a very laudable initiative. I thought that was going to be the end. And last week, Friday, you conducted a public order management training for the police intervention unit. And again, at the end of the training, you donated equipment that the officers will need in their operational drive.
The Gambia Police Force promised to take good care of the gesture and said it will be well taken care of. The German Police Support Team has been assisting the Gambia police officers in different ways. As of recent, sanitary materials were donated to the Gambia Police Force in the fight against the coronavirus pandemic, and 3 vehicles were also given to the Gambia Police Force Procurement Office. Reporting for iAfrican News, I am Aissatou Tamba.
Those were motorbikes donated by the German Corporation to the Gambia Police Force. Now, the Gambia has reported a double digit in new COVID-19 cases for the first time since the end of September. Between September 30th and November 8th, new COVID-19 infections ranges between 1 and 7 cases per day. Ndaisisa reports.
On Tuesday, the Ministry of Health reported 12 new COVID-19 cases. This has taken the total number of confirmed cases in the country to 3,696. The West African nation's return to double-digit infections comes after the time when the COVID-19 pandemic continues to be a global health problem as some European countries enter the second wave of infections. The Gambia has seen a massive recovery rate of COVID-19 patients, with only 31 active cases as of 9th of November. 3,543 people have recovered from the virus. And with one additional death on Tuesday, the total number of deaths recorded since March is now 122. The drop in new infections have been linked to a drop in the numbers of new COVID-19 tests conducted, despite the fact that health authorities in the Gambia recorded 252 new laboratory test results. The country currently has 25 people in quarantine. COVID-19 restrictions have been severely relaxed with the reopening of airspace, land borders, and public places like nightclubs and bars and restaurants. People are no longer observing health regulations that encourage hand washing and made the wearing of nose masks in public places mandatory. Meanwhile, on the other side of the Atlantic, Italy, Spain, France and Germany are seeing a resurgence of COVID-19 cases after successfully slowing outbreaks early this year. As a result, France restores a lockdown on Friday, ordering people to stay at home except for essential work or medical reasons. For iAfrica News, I am Ndaisisa.
That was the COVID-19 update in the Gambia by Ndaisisa. Now, the Gambia's Minister of Tourism and Culture, Ahmad Bah, has said that cabinet ministers must be ready to take part in politics or lose their jobs. Bah was speaking last night at the I-22 in Banjul during a victory celebration of the National People's Party's newly elected National Assembly member and a councillor. Julinjai Suare has more.
Gambia's outspoken and controversial tourism minister, Ahmad Bah, has hinted that ministers risk being sacked if they fail to campaign for President Adama Barrow and his political party, the National People's Party. Bah's comments weigh in a recent public debate as to whether cabinet ministers should participate in political rallies and campaigns for the president or his party's candidates for elected offices. On Monday, Bah said ministers are political appointments.
I therefore want to reiterate my position. If you want to continue to be a minister, you must be a politician. This victory is brought by the politician. Without this victory, we would not have been here today. Every cabinet minister must be ready to be on the campaign trail. If you are not here, we will not be here. None of us will be here. Therefore, there is nothing like technocrat minister, there is nothing like any other minister. All ministers are political offices that you have delegated responsibilities and they must all be ready to serve your government.
Barrow's cabinet ministers were seen campaigning for his choice of candidates in the just-ended by-election in Yamina West and Kerjarga Ward, which his NPP swept the polls. Ahmad Bah, who also doubles as the leader of the National Reconciliation Party, took a moment to sour praises on his boss, saying Barrow's commitment to the country shows that he is a symbol of unity, stability and progress.
And indeed, you will steer this country for many years to come. You have been very supportive in this campaign. You have never wavered a minute or a second. You have been very dedicated to the cause of what we are celebrating here today. We could not have achieved what we achieved without your overwhelming support. It shows you are a true partner and a true leader that we can work with as a nation.
He also said that the victory was meant to energize them, but it is not the final victory, adding that President Adama Barrow and his party cannot be complacent.
That shows that we should be more energized, we should be more prepared to get Adama Barrow not 70% but 80% in 2021. But we must be united for a purpose. We must be together honestly and sincerely. Those who are sitting on the fence, let them jump and come and join us. This is the wagon that will move the Gambia forward.
The tourism minister, whose public statements in recent years attracted a lot of attention due to the controversial nature in which they are delivered, advised his colleagues on Monday to avoid politics of insults, abuse or character assassinations. For iAfrica News, I am Julden Suare.
That was Minister Ba urging his colleagues to join politics. Now we'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, and now to the rest of the news. The National Intelligence Agency NIA and the junglers were the two main weapons of Yahya Jammeh's regime in the Gambia. In the past 2 weeks, the country's Truth Commission hearings on the NIA have provided a rare insight into the damage the institution has caused. A protected witness told the commission on Tuesday that he was arrested and detained by the National Intelligence Agency at Kotu Police Station for 2 days before his transfer to the NIA. Let's see again.
Jammeh used the National Intelligence Agency NIA to instill fear among citizens for most part of his 22-year rule. The junglers, a paramilitary hit squad, was equally used to do what the NIA were notorious for. On Tuesday, Moumini Balde, a Senegalese national currently residing in Abuko, explained the ordeal of his arrest and detention at the Kotu police station.
Since I was born, I've never stepped into a police station. So I had it very difficult with me. Even to breathe was very, very difficult for me when I was placed inside that cell. When they left and the Kotu police people were just remaining there, then I called one of the policemen. Then I told him, the money that you took from me, take 300 from there and buy dinner. I told him, I will offer you $200 for you people to have mercy on me and leave me to sleep outside here, because if I sleep in the cell, I will suffer.
From the Kotu police station, Balde was taken to the NIA headquarters in Banjul, where he was hit by one of the agents for not speaking the truth during interrogations.
They asked me whether I know somebody called Asan Ban. I said, no, I don't know that person.
Mr. Witness, can you tell the Commission who in particular asked you that question?
It was Idrissa Job who questioned me.
You may continue.
He asked me again, really, you don't know that person? I said, no. He told me, if you don't speak the truth, you will know what will happen to you. Because he went on saying that they know that I know that person they are asking me. I told him, if I know him, I will tell you that I know him. Then that's the time when he came and struck me. I fell down.
At the headquarters, the witness said he was asked by the NIA agents to undress.
They told me to take off my trousers. They told me to take off my trousers. I took it off, and they told me to take off my shirt. I also took off my shirt. And they took the stones and put it on top of the tiles.
So, Mr. Witness, you're telling this commission that you were actually undressed at the NIA headquarters.
Yes, they stripped me. I was only left with my underwear.
And this was done in the presence of all the 7 officers who were at the room upstairs at the NIA headquarters.
Yes,
they were all present.
And in particular, it was Idrissa Job who actually requested that you do undress.
Yes.
The NIA and other security agencies were also accused of illegal land grabbing from ordinary citizens during Jammeh's regime. The TRRC hearings on human rights violation continue with several witnesses and alleged perpetrators expected to appear before the Third Commission. Despite the transition to a civilian government in 1996, military degree was retained, allowing the NIA to operate outside the correct legal framework, intensified with the harassment of political opposition and news media critics of the government. For iAfrica News, I am Daisy Say.
That was a witness on his encounter with the former NIA. Now, lawmakers in Banjul are gearing up for the 4th ordinary session of the National Assembly opening on Thursday with matters of the country's national budget. During this period, the public is reminded to comply with the general safety measures on COVID-19 and also to observe silence rule during proceedings. Details in this report.
Lawmakers are expected to consider the draft estimates of revenue and expenditure of the government of the Gambia for the fiscal year 2021 and other businesses. Parliamentarians are also expected to ask questions to honorable ministers for oral answers, reports of various committees and parliamentary delegations, motions and bills. The overall impact of the pandemic on the Gambia's economy is yet to be fully known. However, the Gambia's Finance Minister Mambure Njai told lawmakers in March that the country could lose $1 billion in revenue due to the coronavirus pandemic. This will result in a budget financing gap of about $2.5 billion, according to Njai. This will also have implications on the budget and net domestic borrowing, negatively impacting the fiscal stance the government of the Gambia had been undertaking in recent years. Since the global pandemic negatively impacted all sectors, it is expected that a huge amount of the 2021 budget will go into financing of COVID-19 and related matters. For iAfrica News, I am Julia Suare.
Lawmakers dare to resume session on Thursday on the national budget will bring us to the end of Gambia24. For more news, join iAfrica.tv. I was your presenter, Mariama Cham. Thanks for watching and have a good night.